Come on in. I need to put on some makeup. I have a first rehearsal for a new show in just a couple of hours, and I'm feeling chatty. So I am going to just be putting on makeup and talking. I wrote a few things down to talk about because otherwise I turn the camera on and my mind goes poof, and there is nothing there to talk about. So grab yourself a drink. I've got some iced coffee. It's decaf because it is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and if it was caffeinated, then I would be awake until like Tuesday. So mine's decaf, but maybe it's 5 o'clock where you are and you want some wine. That's fine too. And if you've had one of those days and it's only 2 o'clock and you want the wine, I'm not judging. I'm not going to talk much about the makeup. I'm just going to put it on, and I will list it down below in the description box if you're wondering what I'm putting on my face. So how was everyone's holiday? Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. We celebrate Christmas, and it was just really, really nice. It's so hard when your kids get older, get married. There are way more moving pieces to the holidays than there ever were before. We really made an effort to simplify things this year so that our kids didn't have a whole bunch of holiday visits that they had to make. And so I hosted Christmas here and had all of my kids, my mom and stepdad, and my grandbaby girl, of course, here for Christmas Day. We went to church in the morning, and then when we got home, we had just like cold cuts and chips and things like that for lunch for anybody who wanted to come right after church. And then we actually started the celebration at like 2 o'clock with opening gifts, and we played some games, and then we ate actually around 5. And it was just really nice. It was super relaxed. I missed my brother. He was sick and unable to come, he and his wife. So that was kind of a bummer, but I know a lot of people whose Christmases were interrupted or delayed or less than complete because of sicknesses this year. And so I'm just grateful that he's doing okay now. Just so you know, if I'm at a really boring part of the makeup application, like blending foundation, I might like skip that part and pick it back up when there's something more interesting going on, unless I'm chatting about something, and then I'll just keep going. So it was just a really special day having everybody here. The one thing about doing Christmas like all in one day and not having several places to go to visit is it's over with really quickly. You know, it's just one day and then it's done. So I actually had the whole week off. I'm going to build this up just a little bit across my cheeks where I have a little more that I want to cover. So I had the whole week off from my job. For those of you who are new, I'm the executive director at our small town community theater. It is part-time, so I'm generally only in the office about 3 hours a day. But I had the whole week off, and of course I had a list of projects as long as my arm that I wanted to get done. Didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to, but I did get a few things accomplished, and I was really glad of it. So once Christmas was over, my daughter and I went into project mode. And I had a lot of things that I wanted to organize and clean up and declutter and things like that. And so one of the things was organizing the linen closet. Everything had just kind of gotten to the point where it was tossed in. We didn't know what sheet sets we had, what sizes they were, any of that. And so we pulled everything out of the linen closet. And so we matched up the sets and then got rid of things that we don't have beds for. I still had full-size sheet sets in my linen closet, and nobody in here has a full-size bed, nor have they for a really long time. So now everything fits, there's nothing falling off the shelves, and we know where everything is. There were a few things that just needed to be put away, some bedding things that might be useful in the future, but we're not using right now. So those went up to the attic. And so now it just looks fantastic. I got it. I cannot find my other sponge. There it is. I just need to blend this concealer a little bit. The other thing that happened in December was my youngest child finished high school. And that's a really big deal for her and for anyone who finishes high school, but it's also a really big deal for me because for the last 24 years, I have been my children's teacher. We started homeschooling when my oldest, who's now 30, was entering 2nd grade. And my other 3 children were never in a school outside our home. So it's been a really long time that that's been part of my life. And so I feel like I'm kind of in this season of change and flux right now. And I'm not really sure what things are going to look like going forward. For the past 24 years during the school year, my Sunday afternoons have always been doing lesson plans for the coming week. August was always figuring out what curriculum we were going to be working on. what credits they needed, especially once they got into high school, what electives they were interested in. And now all of that planning, I don't have to do it anymore. The other thing is we've had a bookshelf in our kitchen, and I'll put a picture of it over here so you can see. Since we moved into this house 20 years ago, and in all that time, it's held our homeschool books. And I don't need it anymore. And so right now, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to completely remove it and put something else there? Or do I want to transform it into something else, put something else on it? Right now, I'm thinking that I may put some plants over there with some grow lights and reduce the crowding on my plant stand by the window. But I think what I would really like there is like a 5-shelf metal baker's rack shelf kind of system so that the light could filter down to plants underneath. And that's something else that's new to me recently, is being able to keep plants alive. When my kids were little, that was not something I was able to do. I killed plants really quickly. But now my plants are actually thriving. So while we aren't going to be empty nesters anytime soon, because my daughter is taking a gap year, trying to figure out what it is she wants to do. She started school early, and so she just turned 17. I am not in any rush to push her out of the house. She can stick around as long as she wants to. But my days do look different now. Granted, once my kids get into high school, they are pretty self-sufficient and don't really need a lot of me one-on-one. I'm more there as mentor and coach and to help when they need help than I am like direct teaching. I specifically get curriculum that's kind of directed to the student to be self-taught, but I still have to be here and that sort of thing. So I'm thinking about changing my hours. I used to work in the afternoons. I'm trying to think about what it would look like if I worked in the mornings. Would that give me more time to devote to my YouTube channel when I got home, to have that afternoon where I could film with good light and all that kind of stuff? So it's just kind of a weird time. And I think that's just kind of how it is for a lot of us in this time of midlife. As our kids are growing up, they need us less. And so we get to start figuring out who we are when mom isn't the primary role. Of course, we're still mom. Of course, our kids still need us. We're still there for them. But it is an interesting place to be, and I'm excited to see where things go in the next few months of how things change. And I'll keep you updated on it. The other thing I had to work on during this break was my music for recital dances. I still teach a point class at the dance studio. And so usually after Christmas break is when I start working on the recital dances with my kids. And the idea that I have from this year is that they're all going to be a villain. We have the Queen of Hearts, Cruella, the Evil Queen, Maleficent, and the Black Swan. I have 5 students. So that I have to find music for all of them, plus a song that will kind of help me weave it all together. And then I have to choreograph. So the biggest first step is that I have at least found all of the songs. I still have a lot of work ahead of me. But it's fun and I love it. All right, let's get some brows on. I'll be right back after I do this. January is always a good time to take stock, look back, see what worked in the year before, and look ahead to see what you'd like to do differently or what you'd like to continue doing in the year ahead. And I've been doing a little of that. I feel like I need to blend a little bit over here. I am working on my lighting, by the way, for my videos. I feel like especially on a day like today when it's really dark and cloudy and it's late in the afternoon, I haven't really had the best quality in my videos. So let me know what you think of today's lighting. I've added a couple lights and have repositioned them just a little bit. It feels to me like it looks better today. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try something new today. Leanna always tightlines before she puts her eyeshadow on, and so I'm going to try that. I'm going to tightline with this brown Physicians Formula and then do my eyeshadow and see what I think. Because a lot of times I do like slip and I get the eyeliner on my eyelid, and when I've done that after I put my eyeshadow on, it kind of messes things up. So let's see how this works for me. Of course, now that I don't have eyeshadow on to mess up, I didn't slip with this one, but I did kind of like that. So let's see how it feels after I've got the eyeshadow done. I'm going to use the Be Mine palette today by Sydney Grace. I'm kind of feeling this grungy green shimmer right here, and so that's where I'm going with this one. So that's what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. And now I want to talk about what I'm planning in the future, both for my channel and for myself. Also, I've got a couple Christmas cards, and I think I'll just kind of do that as I go along. This first one was from Leanna Dalton, and that's kind of appropriate because I just talked about her tightlining technique. And it's this cute little card with stockings on it. It says, "Merry Christmas. From our family to yours, wishing everyone the very best this Christmas season. XO, Leanna. Thank you, Leanna, for my Christmas card. I love it. I am Christmas card challenged. Actually, I'm greeting card challenged. I always think like a week after an event, oh, I should have sent them a card. And that has been me my whole life. So I appreciate the cards that I did get, and I apologize that I didn't send any out. I promise if I sent out Christmas cards, you would have gotten one. I mean, look, just look at that shimmer. Let's just watch it. Isn't that pretty? Just grungy, olivey green. Oh, so pretty. I don't know what I want to put on with it. These are the options for a lighter transition. That one's way too dark for transition for me. I guess I'll try that one. Okay. So I started something new in November, and that was the Panning Cats and Dogs 2 collaboration from Fantastic Ladies. And I've really been enjoying that, and I plan to continue that. And a lot of what I'm going to be doing in the new year is going to be focused on using what I have. I will again do the low buy from January 1st until my birthday month, which is April. So January 1st to April 1st, I am on a low buy. I'm not on a no buy because I have a channel, and sometimes something comes out that I really just want to review for you guys. I tend to buy things that I would buy anyway because right now I'm not getting PR, my channel is not monetized, and so, you know, I need to kind of be careful with what I'm spending. But I don't want to say that I'm not going to buy makeup because that's not realistic and I'll fail. But I do want to keep that to a minimum. I tend to spend more in November and December because of Black Friday and holiday sales. And so a lot of times when I see something that I want, I'll just put it on my wish list and save it for Black Friday. And by the time Black Friday comes around, a lot of times I don't want it anymore. And that's okay too. So, but anyway, so I'm going to continue that. And I'm also going to give a monthly Shop My Stash a try again. Obviously, we're already past the first week of January, so it's not going to happen in the first week of the month, at least not this month. But I think that that is something that I want to try. And if you, and I failed spectacularly at it last year. I tried to do it in April last year, and it just didn't work. But I realized that I was taking it way too seriously, and I had way too many rules that I put on myself. So this time, I'm going to go ahead now with that shimmer shadow. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. Okay. That, stunning. I didn't put on any glitter glue or not, and I did get it down below. I'll have to clean it up, but this formula, seriously, if you've heard people talk about the Sydney Grace formula, it is really that good. They have a Christmas in July sale, and I do plan to purchase. I really want to get, I think, the Enduring Love palette, but I'm not going to buy it unless it's on sale. So if there's something you want, put it on a list and wait for it. It's okay. You can wait for things. It's not like my eyes are going to be naked before I get it. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, about the Shop My Stash. So I've seen a lot in comments on my videos, on friends' videos, on other creators' videos of people who are wanting content using products they already have. And looking at products that used to be popular and are they still good? That sort of thing. And I agree. I don't think that you have to buy every new release and review every new product in order to be a successful creator on this platform. And I'd really like to prove that that's true. The thing is, the videos that get a lot of views are the new releases, the new makeup. So if you want to see more videos using old makeup, you got to watch the videos when they come out of people using older makeup. I need a deeper color now. So now I'm going to go into that deeper brown and see if I can start deepening up the crease. I'm going to just draw that along the line here. But anyway, so I really want to focus on using what I have, tutorials, especially tutorials for the beginner. I know there's probably a lot of you out there like me who wore makeup in their 20s and 30s, maybe went for a while not wearing it, and are coming back to it again, and everything's changed. Your skin is different, the products are different, the techniques are different. And when I found the YouTube beauty space in 2018, it was so helpful to me figuring out what to use on this face that was so different, even from what it was in my 40s. And there are creators out there that I love who are in their 40s, Sabrina and Steph Marie and Jen Phelps. But I'm telling you, 45-year-old skin is not the same as 55-year-old skin. Some things are the same, but your eyes tend to get droopier. The skin is droopier. For some of us, it's drier. Mine's still really oily. And there's a lot of creators out there who have dry skin. And so in some respects, watching the younger gals is really helpful to me because their foundation and concealer and primer, skincare recommendations are a little bit more applicable to me. But in other ways, they're not. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with where my focus is going to be and kind of where my focus has always been. I really have tried to be more conscious about not feeding the overconsumption of the beauty YouTube space. But I'm telling you, it's hard. When you do a new makeup video and it gets double the views of a tutorial, it's really hard not to get sucked in there. I am also considering doing a monthly faves and fails. And one reason I haven't done this is because my faves and fails don't really change that much. But I do try new makeup and I do review new things. And a lot of times I feel like there's not a follow-up. And so I use it, I give you my opinion, and then what? Does it continue to be used daily by me? Does it get shoved to a back of the drawer and I forget about it? So I think in that respect, faves and fails might be helpful. Faves, fails, speed reviews, that kind of thing. So I'm considering that. I can't talk in tight line. I'm also considering bringing back my PUD project. And PUD is Project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs. I created this 2 years ago. It was wildly successful. I used up 63 makeup products in 1 year simply by focusing on those products that were almost gone. I'm not ever going to become a panner on the level of some of the people who do panning because I just don't want to keep track. But if your only measurement is it gone or not, tracking is really easy. And so I might bring that back and I might see if I can recruit some more people to do it with me because I think that it is just the easiest way to really focus on moving products out of your inventory. And if it's almost gone, you probably like it. And so it's not going to be a hardship to use it. And then you can get it out of there and focus on something else. The biggest goal for my channel this year, however, is to get monetized. And we're really close to being there. I had a big push in December and got a lot of new subscribers. Hello and welcome to all of you. I hope that you are taking some time looking around, getting to know people in the comments section, looking back on some older videos, that kind of thing, and just really settling in and feeling at home here. I really enjoy talking to y'all in the comments. I'm still at a point where I can respond to every comment, and I really try hard to do that. Sometimes it might take me a day or two, but I really try to do that. I'm also open to DMs on Instagram. My Instagram handle's in my description box. It's in my channel banner. And so I would love to see you over there as well. I'm trying this Maybelline Sky High. I think I used it once before and it was fine. I didn't remember being wowed by it. It has the exact same brush as the new lash extender from e.l.f. and the Thrive mascara. I've heard that this is supposed to be a tubing formula. For me, it's not. It does not come off in tubes. It does not come off only with warm water. If I try to do that, it ends up smeared all over my face. So, but I do like it as a mascara. I think it's one of those that's going to need about a week to settle in and be really good, but it's pretty good now. So if there is something in particular that you would like to see me do on my channel, I would love it if you would let me know down in the comments. Because obviously, I want to make videos that you guys want to see. If there's something you like that I do that you want me to keep doing, or something that I used to do and you want me to do it again, let me know that too, okay? And then I've got some personal and household things I want to work on this year. I want to do more decluttering, both of my makeup collection. I'm almost done with the process that I started last February. I started that with my eyeshadow palette collection declutter, and honestly, it's kind of needing it again. But I really want to get through all the categories before I start over. And I just did my brow products, mascaras, and eyeliners. The only things I have left to do are my lip products and then like the miscellaneous eyeshadow things, singles, pots, crayons, that sort of thing, liquids. So I need to do those. But I am going to try to get those two things finished up in January. And then at least then I can say I went through my whole collection in a year. I'm really trying hard to put up 2 videos a week now. And so it's easier to get some of that stuff done. Before, when I was only doing a video a week, I just had so many things I wanted to do and not enough videos to do them in. So I'm hoping that the 2 videos a week will help. I'm also hoping that that'll help push us over the top on watch hours. I am all over the place. Back to getting monetized. So we hit the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all so very, very much. I appreciate it. It's wonderful. And it still just blows me away that there's 1,000 people subscribed to my channel and that people tune in to watch what I'm doing here. But that's only one of the requirements for monetization. We also need to get to the 4,000 hours of watch time in the previous 365 days. And we're at 2.9, we were at 2.8, so it's creeping up there, and I'm so very happy for that. If you have extra time and you watch more than one video in a row, it's really helpful because YouTube loves that. They consider that a watch session, and if they see my viewers watching more than one video, then they're going to be pushing those videos out to more people. So if you can, watch another one. That's really helpful. And please take 1 second, go down and hit that like button. I'll wait while you're doing it. Okay, good. So not only do I want to continue decluttering my makeup, but I also want to work on decluttering my house. My daughter and I had also gone through our pantry and got rid of all of the old expired stuff. Hang on, I can't talk and line my lips. I'm going to make a mess. So like I was saying, the pantry, we got rid of all the old expired stuff, the stuff that nobody eats or drinks, and so now it needs to be organized. And I want to get some containers to help organize some of the little stuff that just ends up scattering everywhere. And again, I gotta stop talking. Okay, so this Catrice Plumping Lip Liner, I swatched it on my hand to see what color it was, and it is not going anywhere. That's pretty impressive. I did a full face of Catrice, and that's when I bought that, and I hadn't really used it since then, but wow.
Processing interrupted.
My phone completely died. I had to stop, give it some time to charge, and so now I'm back to finish this up. My makeup's done, but I'm not done talking. So if you feel like hanging around a little bit longer, that would be great. I think I was talking about decluttering. So anyway, I have a lot of things that I want to declutter, and I would like to film that and share that with you. I'm not a professional declutterer or anything like that. I have been watching a few YouTube channels that have given me some motivation and how to start and how to overcome that. I just have to keep everything feeling. And I will share those with you and share what I'm learning and share my process. I always find it difficult to look at somebody's home that is already decluttered and see how I'm going to get from where I am to where they are. So I know probably if I went back to their very beginning videos, I might be able to see their process. And I think that would be more helpful to me. So I may do that. But if you're also starting that journey and want to come along with me, then I'm going to try to put aside my fear of being judged for my clutter and share it with you. One of the things that I started doing in December already that has really been helpful is I start each day with a clean sink. And that goes back to my Fly Lady days before we moved to the farm and when my 3 older kids were just little kids. I actually followed the Fly Lady routine and I was super organized. My house was clean. I thought about dinner before like 6 o'clock at night. And then we moved and we lived for 8 months with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. We had all 5 of us in one room. There was 5 at that time. My youngest daughter hadn't been born yet. And all of those processes and procedures that I had put together just kind of fell apart and they just never came to be again. So I'm going to try to put some of that back in place. I alluded to this earlier and in another video. I have a new play that I'm working on, and that is Abram Skinner's Steampunk Murder Mystery. I have a costume that I need to make for that, so I'll be working on that and documenting that process as well. And we have our first rehearsal tonight. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am Captain Aykroyd, and I am a Navy captain, and I also lead the investigation into the murder in this play. And then personally, I have some goals to increase my health. I'm not really that concerned with weight loss right now because I'm kind of at a weight that's okay for me. It has been creeping up just a little bit over the holidays, but I know that I can get that back in control. But that doesn't mean I don't have changes I need to make. I need to get back into a low sugar way of eating. I need to drink more water and I need to move more. I did the 30-day walking challenge back in the late summer, early fall, and that was really good for me. But I've been seeing these ads on Instagram and in YouTube for wall Pilates and chair yoga and things like that. And honestly, I think that I want to do something kind of like that because I do have some joint problems, my shoulders, my hips, that sort of thing. I know if I get off sugar, that's going to get better. But if you've done anything like that, I would really like to hear your experience with it. Did you see any results? What program did you use? Did you pay for an app? Did you just find free stuff on YouTube? Let me know. I got a Simple Modern 40-ounce mug for Christmas from my son and daughter-in-law, and I'm planning to drink 2 of those a day. So I think I might try to do like a 30-day water challenge and just kind of keep up with that on my community tab. Maybe video when I start and then do a video at the end, but only show the one video. And then, as I said, I need to get control of the sugar monster. I have a huge sweet tooth, completely addicted to sugar, and I know that I can do this because I've done it before. In 2021, I was in Mamma Mia, I was Tanya, and I knew that I would have to wear hot pink spandex on stage. That was a pretty good motivator. The other thing was I had my blood work done and my A1C was 5.6, 5.7, you're labeled pre-diabetic. And I did not want that label. So I did not go keto or anything like that. Didn't cut out all carbs, but I did go very low added processed sugar. Still ate meat, vegetables, fruits, and I lost from May to October, I lost 27 pounds. I have managed to keep that off. I have not managed to stay away from the sugar. So I am going back to that way of eating and really going to try to rein in the sugar. I know it's not going to be pleasant for the next couple of weeks, but I also know that I can do it because I've done it before. Now, if you would like to join me on this health journey, whatever your goals are, whether it's weight loss, movement, water, whatever, I think I'm going to be over on my Facebook page chronicling this process. I will also do some videos with it, but I would really like to have a place where we could kind of motivate each other and talk on a more consistent basis. So I'm going to try to be more present on that Facebook page. I kind of set it up and then really only announced like videos there, but I would like to use it for something. So let me know if that sounds good to you and head over there, say hello, introduce yourself, that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can get a community where we can really support and encourage each other. I have 2 more Christmas cards. Please don't go away because these are super special. The first one is from one of my longtime subscribers, Myrna, and the card, I'm not going to show you the front because it has our addresses on it, but it has these cute stickers here, and then the card is adorable. I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Happy holidays. And then inside it says, wishing you every happiness of the holiday season. Love, Myrna. And she says, Tina, have a wonderful Christmas and a wonder-filled New Year. Give that grandbaby a hug for me, and I'll see you in YouTube land. And Myrna is just wonderful. She comments on my videos. We communicate over on Instagram, and I have just really enjoyed getting to know you, Myrna. And thank you for your support and for all of your kind words. And then I saved the best for last. And this is from, again, stickers, so cute. This is from Shelby. And Shelby is Myrna's granddaughter. And Shelby watches my videos. Hi, Shelby. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the card. Look at how pretty that is. It's a little barn, and it says Season's Greetings. It has this pretty sparkly glitter on it. And then inside, hope your holidays are filled with the many joys of the season, from Shelby. And she signed it herself. And then she also included some butterfly stickers, and they're so pretty. I love them. Thank you so much. As I said, she watches my videos, and she and Myrna talk about the looks that I've done and all of that. So Shelby, if you have something special you'd like to see me do, let your grandma know, and she can let me know, and I will do a look just for you. Thank you so much for my card. Now that I'm in the Grandma Club, I understand how special these grandchildren are, and I just am thrilled that, Myrna, you enjoy my videos with your granddaughters. And I also have one gift that I want to talk about, and that's this that's here in my background. This is from my good friend Stephanie, my in real life friend Stephanie. We've been friends a really long time. I met her through my daughter's dance. We do theater together. The class that I teach is at her dance studio. And Stephanie, I just want you to know how much I really appreciate you. This says, "Life is a beautiful journey." And she made that for me. She has a new fancy machine that does this kind of etching, and I think it etches bottles and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, she gave that to me for Christmas, and I love it. It is just perfect for my background. And so this is where it's going to live from now on. I think I've covered everything that I was going to cover, and I've kept you here long enough. I hope you enjoyed my chatty get ready with me, that you got to know me a little bit. And like I said, if you've got time to stick around, watch another one, and I'll see you there, or I'll see you in my next one. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye-bye.